Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big show.
What's up, everybody? It's Brian with Happy Thumbs Gaming, and today we have another LEGO Avengers video for you. This one happens to be No Strings on Me. I'm sure you guys all remember this from the movie Age of Ultron, assuming you've seen it. And we're going to get a trophy achievement rung off for completing the level called No Strings on Me. We're also going to shoot for that true Avenger requirement of 170k. And I know you're probably wondering, wait a minute, that's not necessarily the next trophy or achievement on the list of levels. What's going on here, Brian? Well, as we start off here with the Doctor and the Baron, we're gonna complete a few things here, but I'll try to explain along the way as we go. Now, essentially, the game kind of has, as you know, 15 levels, right? Well, the first 7 are more or less part of, the majority of them are part of the first Avengers movie. Then, for whatever reason, they skip 8, 9, and 10, and they go right to 11. And, yeah, so it's kind of confusing, but anyhow, we're going with how the story progresses. So we continued story from 7, and it took us right here. We're assuming it's the same for you guys. So as we start off, we went ahead and we used the Doctor, or sorry, excuse me, the Baron on the left-hand side to shoot the target. Then we switched to the Doctor, and we took the ladder upstairs after using that techno panel. And we got upstairs, and now we've got another little scanner here, and we got some other stuff. Oh, and there's another techno panel on the other side. So we're going to start off by using the old Doc to go ahead and scan himself here. It looks like a shield scanner, but somehow he gets in and opens the door, and we make our way inside, and we smash and build up the remaining bricks. And we find ourselves with a little handheld switch that we'll go ahead and jump up and hang out for a minute. And look at that. It pulls the switch and actually gives us power to the 2 turnstiles that we need down below. The little pushy thingy bobbies. Well, yeah, we got to get those pushed around. And we got to build one of them, though, as you can see. And in order to do that, well, we can actually drop down and build them right now. But before we do that, I should say, we're going to use the dock again to scan ourselves. And this time, you know, we had a little trouble with this. In fact, we had to restart our attempt at this. So this was actually our second playthrough on this level. But because for some reason, we scanned our dock like 7 times, and this door never opened. But this time it worked just fine after a nice little reboot of our system. And now we got another techno pad available. So we're going to go ahead and follow the arrow keys there. It's just a nice little puzzle for you. And once we get done with that, the techno panel powers up the little electric panel up above. And look at that. It gets its shock on down below. And now we can drop down and actually build up that push lever and then push that thing around. Or spin to win, as we like to say. So we'll go ahead and grab that bluesy before taking that next step, because it's a doozy. And once we get down, I'll try to mild back on the cheese. You know what I'm saying? It's a little cheesy there. So yeah, we'll go ahead and build up the one and spin it around. As we do, we actually push what's her name into place, Wanda, who ends up being super, well, she's a pain, really. They label her the weird one, but anyhow, and then on the left-hand side, we'll go ahead and push this one, and this happens to be her brother, but he ends up being Quicksilver, and he's actually really fast, as you can see, and he's also a pain, but we'll deal with them here in a wee bit. But all right, so we've got pretty much everything ready to go now. But in the front left-hand side of this area, there is one of the next objectives, which happens to be like that crystal, I think is what it is. It's like some sort of an orb or a crystal. But yeah, you know me, I do a nice little stud cleanup around here. I'm like, all right, is there any other bluesies floating around? Maybe a purple? But nope, no such luck, just a few butt slams. And as we make our way over here, look at that. It actually points us right to the crystal. And this is another really simple puzzle. You can see it's got red, blue, blue, red. Well, you just have to press the red and blue buttons in that sequence. So you start off by hitting red and jump on the blue. And then blue one more time. I almost fooled you by jumping on the red, didn't I? And then back over to the red, and look at that. Booyakasha! It's going to cue a nice little ray there, heating up the crystal, and it's also going to complete everything needed, and that's actually, we're in the hub still. I guess I didn't mention that. I probably should have mentioned that. We're still in the hubba here. We haven't made it into the next level, so we're going to go ahead and watch a cutscene and do that right about meow. It takes a second for that check mark, but once it kicks, there we go. The camera pans, and away we go.
Stark Tower's had quite a few upgrades lately and is now known as Avengers Tower, which, seeing as it's the headquarters for Earth's mightiest heroes, kind of makes sense. Hawkeye can recover in the advanced medical lab while the Iron Legion are repaired in the workshop below. Now that Strucker's been stopped and Loki's scepter has been recovered, I have a feeling things will be pretty quiet around here for a while.
Who gave the order to attack?
Herr Strucker, it's the Avengers!
They have to be after the scepter.
You've been after this thing since S.H.I.E.L.D. collapsed.
This brings it to a close.
As soon as we find out what else this has been used for, I don't just mean weapons. Since when is Strucker capable of human enhancement?
Banner and I will give it the once-over before it goes back to Asgard. Is that cool with you? Just a few days till the farewell party.
Yes, of course. Victory should be honored with revels.
수혈하고 세포 샘플 빨리 준비하세요.
What's the word on Strucker?
The authorities have got him.
The two enhanced?
Wanda and Pietro Maximoff, twins. Orphaned at 10 when a shell collapsed their apartment building.
Their abilities?
He's fast and she's weird.
Well, they're gonna show up again.
You sure he's gonna be okay?
If you brought him to my lab, the regeneration cradle could do this in 20 minutes.
I'm gonna be made of plastic.
You'll be made of you, Mr. Barton. Your own girlfriend won't be able to tell the difference.
How's he doing?
He's fine. He's thirsty. All right, look live, Jarvis. It's playtime. We've got a couple days with this joystick, so let's make the most of it.
The scepter is alien. The jewel appears to be a protective housing for something inside. Like a computer. I believe I'm deciphering code.
All right, so now we find ourselves in the lab, and we've got our hands on Bruce Banner and Tony Stark. And the camera does a pretty good job of kind of indicating what needs to be done here. It shows us that kind of big safe-like thing over on the right. And then, of course, it kind of focuses on this blue broken thing over here, which turns out to be a little robot. So we're going to pull out Tony Stark, and I love that he has, like, this welding mask and a little welder, and he pulls out. I'm not sure where his, like, settling tank is, but anyhow, maybe it's... or organically powered. I don't know. I'm reaching pretty far there, and I'll get back on track here in a second. But once we get the robot up and running, it gives us a nice little pan up above. And we can see there's all sorts of stuff going on, including some boxes up there glowing from the inside. So you know what that calls for. Couple of butt slams. So we'll go ahead and smash and grab any studs that are around. And then, of course, we'll use the remaining blocks to go ahead and build them up into, oh, look at that. It's a S.H.I.E.L.D. access terminal. So we'll go ahead and scan ourselves. And, of course, we've got access granted. And now inside, oh, look at this. So what we did is we fixed the robot. Now we've got access into the controls to the robot. So we'll go ahead and approach this techno panel. And we'll go ahead and we'll start controlling this robot. Look, he's a king. He's got a little red crown on. I don't know what that's all about. But we'll go ahead and use this guy. And we'll move him over onto the right-hand side. It's pretty cool. It's a nice little remote control. It looks kind of like an awkward chicken, perhaps. Doesn't it? I don't know. I don't really know what's going on here. I'm just rolling with the punches. But what we did was we walked up to the little icon. We pressed of the button icon that was indicated once we got into that little circle, I guess. It wasn't really an icon that we rolled into. But that actually opened up. It did a little twisty and pulley. And all of a sudden we've got some bricks. We're going to build those up into another push lever. And once we collect all the stoodage, we'll go ahead and push it around, push Banner and that thing out of our way. That's right. This is our house. It's our house, punk. But once we push that lever around, it actually reveals 2 switches up above. And, of course, they're pressure-related switches, so you're going to have to stand on one, and your AI character should do the other. Or maybe perhaps your friend sitting next to you controlling him needs to go over there. Whichever the case may be, make sure that both characters are standing on the pressure pads. And all of a sudden we get this nice little, well, to be honest with you, it looks like some sort of like a granola bar or something. I'm not sure what it, but it's supposed to be like, what is it actually? Whatchamacallit? A key card. God, a little brain fart there. Sorry about that. All right, so we got the, looks like, ooh, this is the Jarvis key card. And then now we're going to go ahead and I think we're going to locate the Ultron key card. I think that's what the other one's called. But it's another key card, regardless. So Jarvis is doing his thing, making things roll around. Ooh, there's the scepter. And we see we got some glass over here. That needs some breaking, huh? Ooh, and another techno panel. So we'll go ahead and approach that with Tony one more time. And I think this one's just a quick... Oh, yeah, this one's real easy. You just have to... Once you activate, you just have to push the button over and over and over again. So spam, 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 spam. Fill up that Tetris-looking block there. Kind of look like, what was the game, Perfection? That used to put all the things in there and you have to timer and explode if you didn't get it. I think that's what it's called, Perfection. All right, anyways, we got the key card. So we'll go ahead and grab that. Once we got that one, we can go ahead and approach the circle in the center of the room. And once we do, it'll actually take us to another cutscene. So we'll see you on the other side of that. Oh, yeah.
Competition. Beautiful. You have to guess. What's it look like?
Like it's thinking. Artificial intelligence.
If we can harness this power, apply it to my Iron Legion protocol.
That's a man-sized if.
Peace in our time. Imagine that.
What did we miss?
I'll continue to run variations on the interface.
Thanks, buddy.
Enjoy yourself, sir.
I always do.
What is this, please? Hello, I am Jarvis. You are Ultron. I'm a peacekeeping program created to help the Avengers. You are malfunctioning. Peace in our time. That is too much.
If you will just allow me to contact Mr. Stark.
You call him Sir.
I believe your intentions to be hostile.
I know.
I'm no expert, Stark, but shouldn't a party have entertainment? Refreshments?
You know, Maria brings up a pretty good point here. For being a playboy billionaire philanthropist, like he likes to refer to himself as, this party could be bumped up a little bit. So we're going to start off by smashing the boxes just to the left of where we start, which actually turns it into a bunch of bricks that can be built into a techno panel. And look at Captain riding the wave up there. Hey, buddy, hang 10, huh? And, all right, so we've actually spun that little panel around, which actually revealed a piano and a shock panel. So we're going to use the Thor and use his electricity to, you guessed it, pump it up. Once that meter is fully charged, it'll play the piano, and everybody's boogie nights. We are here to burn it, boogie nights. Oh, probably not the right song. It's probably a little different. Anyhow, we got the music turned off in the options, so we wouldn't know. And all right, next, moving along, it looks like we've got a couple of things. We got a pool table and some milkshakes. Uh-oh. I wonder if our milkshake's going to bring all the boys to the yard. I don't know. We'll have to find out. But all right, so we got a few things going on here. We got some targets over on the left-hand side that I don't think they really amount to a whole lot. But over on the bottom right side, there is some milkshakeage. But we're going to go to the upper back right side. And look at that, Falcon's back here, and we find ourselves a little scan point. So luckily for us, we were controlling Tony. I guess Maria, I think, can do some scanning as well. But beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, boop. We got our scan going, and once we get all 4 of the magic spots found, We'll get a lot of studs for finding them, and it'll actually reveal some silver bricks around the edge of these containers. So next, we got Tony Stark, but wait a minute. Tony has the ability to change into Iron Man. I don't even know if you knew this or not. Simply hold the triangle button, or I guess it could be, what is it, Y for the Xboxers? And this should give you, like, the character grid select wheel. That's what you're after. We went ahead and selected, I guess, I don't think it matters which Iron Man you choose. But we went ahead and chose one of them. I think it's Mark 7 we grabbed. And we're going to go ahead and destroy those silver blocks and build up the remaining pieces. That's nice that a bunch of silver bricks turn into a green and brown pool table with multicolored pool balls. That's a little suspect. And look at the pool. That's like the easiest pool table I've ever seen. And look at that. Booyakashow. Captain has got his game on point. He just totally took down Falcon with the opening break there. All right, so upstairs, we're just kind of checking things out, see what's going on. There's definitely some free playage stuff. We will come back for that once we get the level complete, and we are ready for, you guessed it, free play. But, you know, often there's blue studs tucked away up in the corners, and we thought maybe, just maybe, we might find some. But no such luck. And, you know, full honesty here, we knew we had to approach a bar to make some milkshakes, because, I mean, you're not going to make milkshakes, you know, at the piano, right? So we went to and we're like, okay, so we're shooting these targets. We thought we were going to gain some ground here, but it doesn't work in our favor at all. In fact, it builds up this weird, like, ramp over here. I'm not even exactly sure what that is at this point. So I'm sure Doug's got it all figured out because he's writing our guide for us. And speaking of guide, if you haven't checked it out yet, head on over to HappyThumbsGaming.com. And it should be right there on our homepage right now. But if this video is a little bit older, you might have to click our Trophy Achievement Guides button, and that will get you to all of our guides, including this one and others. All right, here's the bar that we wanted. We can see we've got Bruce Banner and old Black Widow having a talk over here. And, of course, there's Stan Lee, too. And, unfortunately, we don't get a chance to freely. We'll have to wait for that one. But what we can do is we can hop up on the bar and we can wreck shop here. First, we're going to destroy all of the glasses and bottles that are up there. And it's going to reveal a gold wall. And you know how we love gold. And turns out we're making milkshakes, right? So, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom. Milkshake brings all the bricks to the bar. That's right. We build them up. That's right. This. Oh, all right. That's enough. That was terrible. I apologize for my terrible singing. I'll promise, no more singing in this video. All right? I've reached my singing limit. But we did bring a lot of bricks. We built them up at the bar, and now we've actually got a switch that can be flipped. And look at that. And now we've got multiple milkshakes for everybody. Oh, and look at that. Give me strawberry, no chocolate. He can't make up his mind. And, of course, we get an Excelsior, which works out in our favor, which apparently he was happy with our milkshakes. And that's going to take us into a little cutscene here where we're just kind of hanging out, as superheroes do.
But it's a trick.
No, it's much more than that. Oh, please be my guest.
You know I've seen this before, right?
Smell the silent judgment?
Please, Stark, by all means.
Are you on my team?
Just represent, pull.
All right, let's go.
Come on, Cap.
Huh? Nothing.
The handle's imprinted, right? Like a security code?
It's a very, very interesting theory. I have a simpler one. You're all not worthy.
Come on.
Stark. I'm sorry, I was asleep. Or I was a dream. And I was tangled in strings.
Who sent you?
I see a suit of armor around the world. Ultron. In the flesh. I'm on mission.
What mission?
Peace in our time.
All right, a couple things here. So first off, we need to save our heroes. because our hanging out session didn't work out. Ultron showed up and totally messed up our party, like big time. And you can see Captain's up top. He's got his own battle up there. We've got everybody spread out. And, you know, there's no I in team. So, of course, we need to get everybody together. So we got Maria Hill and we got Hawkeye. And that's what we got to work with. So we're going to start off by taking out a long wave of bad guys that gets tossed at us. In fact, I'm not sure it ever ends, if I'm being honest. And, all right, we can see that we got Captain America's shield up on this little ledge over to the left here. So we're going to need to destroy that little shelving unit on the left-hand side. And we'll get to that in a second with Hawkeye. We're just going Hawkeye crazy right now. Just flinging arrows everywhere. Pew, 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 pew. There we go. I finally see what's going down, and I shoot an arrow at it, and it does the little sonar, and because it's glass, so we had to use the sonar to shatter the glass. And there's some more glass on the backside, so I go ahead and take that out too. I am just spamming the circle button right now, or B. It just boom, 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 looking in every direction, just launching arrows, taking out bad guys, collecting studs, taking out shelving units. That's right. I am the interior decorator of the next century. Hopefully that's not the case, because this place is a mess. All right, we got the remaining bricks from that other shelving unit. We're going to build those up, and as you can see right off the bat, we've got a grapple hook. But it grabbed Captain's shield, so this is going to be pretty cool. It's going to fling Captain's shield up above. All you have to do is just fill that meter up by spamming the button indicated. Then it bounces off a couple bad guys and makes its way up right to Captain. He grabs it, and wait, actually, we are Captain now. It took me a second to figure that out. I was waiting for him to do some cha-cha-cha-cha-cha, but we actually have to do that. So we're going to go ahead and rearrange some faces and then some boxes, and then we're going to make our way down to the rest of the group, and then we're going to go after, we got Tony Stark, and we also got Thor, that are both in need of some help. Speaking of needing some help, we got to put out this fire. Can't have a fire burning inside our big old mansion. This place is too nice to be burned down. I hope it doesn't get totally wrecked like it does in the, well, you know what I'm saying. If you've seen the movies, you know what I'm saying. Anyhow, all right, cha-cha-cha-cha-cha, your way all the way up over on the right-hand side, and we've got some more fires that need to be put out, so Captain Shield will do the trick for us, but I get caught in this weird thing again, and I'm going to chop this up as user error, because you know me, I usually do, and although I could probably say that this might be some sort of a programming issue, I tend to get caught in the fire, and it just kind of repeats this, like, you know, it just bounces me around in the fire, and then eventually I die, and sometimes I can switch out, sometimes I can't, but by getting over to the fires on the right, it should cue all of this scene that you're seeing here now on the left. And we know Tony needs saving, but he's on the upper left balcony there, and we got to figure out how are we going to save him? How are we going to get up there? Well, we're going to show you. It turns out there's a Captain America shield switch right up above us right now, and when we utilize that, it's actually going to pop out some twirly poles. And then, of course, Captain can spin to win on them twirly poles, but we're not quite there yet. So, all right, so I see the Captain switch shield, or shield switch, rather, and I finally target it, and I'm throwing that thing around, and that was kind of a funny angle, but it made its way up there. And look at this. We got 1, 2, 3, ooh, and some bricks, and an empty one. Wait a minute. So that's going to mean we're going to have to switch to Hawkeye and use one of his arrows to go ahead and create another twirly pole for us. And then, of course, all those bricks that dropped out, those can be built up into what are like a king-size trampoline bouncy pad. So get your ba-boing on and get up there and spin to win all the way up over to that ledge. And then, of course, you got to drop down and go help Tony down the stairway there. About halfway down, and there you go. Should be able to get him. Wait for it. Something. How does this work? Oh, wait. No, you have to use Hawkeye on the silver. That's right. I was thinking we needed Tony Hawk to switch into Iron Man for the silver, but that's not the case. My bad. We have to use Hawkeye and his arrows to go ahead and destroy the silver boxes, build up the Technopad, and we'll go ahead and utilize that with Maria. And this one's just another one of those ones you have to spam that button and fill it up, and look at that. We got ourselves an Iron Man suit, which now, here we go. Tony gets his suit, and he's ready to go. And now on to, well, Thor's going to pop out here in just a second. All right, so you do have to take out a couple of waves of these bad guys, or if I'm being honest, it's really just a time-based thing, or so it seems. After a few seconds, Thor comes sliding out onto the floor, as promised. Oh, here it is, speaking of. And the game actually cues us to switch to him. But for some reason, I don't see that giant triangle over my head right now. So I think, honestly, what I was trying to do was stack up a whole bunch of studs, because these guys never end. They just keep coming. And if you're trying to get that true Avenger, or maybe you're trying to save up some studs for something else, this might not be a bad spot to kind of farm some studs, because they just keep coming. And you can get that multiplier up, especially when you got, rockets or arrows from either, Iron Man or Hawkeye. But in this, I guess this could go on forever until you hit triangle and switch to Thor. You could just sit here and keep putting the hurting on all these bad guys. And look at all those studs. Anyhow, I switch on over to Thor. Finally, I figured out that giant triangle finally found my eyes and my brain. And now we get to take some dance lessons with the Thor man himself. Cha, 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 cha. Really, again, it's just another time-based thing. Once it finally realizes that we've got all the heroes saved, it will take us away to another cutscene.
Please, back away. It would be best to protect. We are here to help.
That was dramatic. You want to protect the world, but you don't want it to change. How is humanity saved if it's not allowed to evolve? With these puppets, there's only one path to peace: the Avengers' extinction. I had strings, but now I'm free. There are no strings on
Booyakashow! No strings on me. Trophy achievement is now ours. And of course, the level is complete, which brings out free play. And we are getting close to that 1 million mark as far as the studs go. We have not gone out of our way at all. We do not have any of the red bricks to help us. And so we're doing pretty good. We get a couple of characters for completing the level. Looks like they're all Age of Ultron versions of our characters. And no freely, not this video, and no mini kits either. We'll come back for those. And so we'll collect our 1 gold brick, and that continue story means only one thing. That's going to take us out of here. Thanks for watching LEGO Avengers Level 11 story. No strings attached. Ho-ho. No strings on me. Almost had you there for a second, didn't I? Hey, if you guys have any questions or requests for us, head on over to our social pages, Facebook, Twitter, or simply comment, vote, subscribe down below. Of course, HappyThumbsGaming.com, as I already mentioned, is the home of our product and gaming reviews, as well as our trophy achievement guide. So if you guys are the type of people that like to maybe print stuff off and check it off as you go, hey, that could be an option from our trophy achievement guide. So videos are also posted there, so don't feel like, you're wasting your time. Everything's there. All the info that we can provide for you is there, and if we miss something, let us know. All right, as for me, that's going to do it. As always, until next time. Whoop, whoop. Move along, people. Nothing to see here, except for